Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, University of Mines and Technology, Academic City University College, PMMC, Jewelry, GTP, YFM, and the Girl Mark Foundation. And the broadcast of the 2024 National Science and Maths Quiz on Joy News is supported by NASCO, Vitamilk, Virtual Security Africa, ACE Medical Insurance, Builds Financial Technologies, DBS Roofing, Syntex Tanks, Family Health Medical College, Chobos Technologies, Action Secondary Technical, DPS Pipes, Wakanao, and Coronation Insurance. I'm Jacqueline Ansmayobwa. Well, let me introduce our contestants. First of all, let me tell you the finalists for this year. We have Infantfam School, Keta SHTS, and St. Augustine's College. Let me introduce our contestants. So when I mention your name and you wave into the camera. So let me start with Infantfam. So we have Isaac Mensah, and we have David Atuhefron, and Peter Apia Thompson. All right. And also for Keta SHTS, we have Clinton Edem Adoso, and we have Perpetual Gakpeto Sefako and Frederick Ajavo Soalo. Okay, and those are the students for Keta SHTS. Now we're moving to St. Augustine's College, and we have Otu Alexander, Nana Opon Yeboah, and Nana Benyi Buafo. All right. Well, these are the finalists for this year's National Science and Maths Quiz. Well, guys, how are you feeling? Let me start with St. Augustine's. How are you feeling to be here?
The feeling will always be normal, as it is.
That's the word.
Thank you.
Where did you guys get that normal from? I mean, you started that word.
Yes.
When Prof asked you, how was the feeling? And you said normal.
I was really confused from the question, so I had to bring something out.
Okay, so now it has become your term. The feeling is normal.
Yes, please.
All right. Let me also speak to your brothers behind you too. Let me speak to how are you feeling too? Your boy?
As usual, normal.
Hey, St. Augustine's normal. I hope Nana Benyu also don't say normal.
I'll just go with normal.
But then the journey so far, from coming in as seeded through to the stage, how has it been for your school?
It has been quite tough because our first contest we met Tia Yamas and we heard stories from their prelims that they had the highest score.
Yeah.
But then we're a little scared of them.
Oh, really?
Not too scared, just a little. Like to ensure that we're very cautious and careful in what we do. And then we're able to come up victorious. In our quarterfinals, we met St. Hubert, which gave us a very tough competition. But then God sealed us too successfully. In our semi-finals, where we met Ghana National College and Wesley Girls, they gave us a very good competition.
Yeah.
But once again, Jehovah Nisi.
So the journey so far, for short, it has been normal.
Yes.
It has been all right. Well, that's St. Augustine's College. Let's move right to Keta SHTS. And Perpetual is actually the only woman standing, or the only lady standing amongst these gentlemen here. Perpetual, how are you feeling?
Cool.
I thought you were about to say normal. But how has the journey been for you? What actually inspired you to be part of the National Science and Maths Quiz? I mean, to be part of your school's quiz team.
Me, it was basically my passion for science. I've always loved being a science student, so that was basically it.
Okay. Now, what has also inspired your journey to come this far? Your journey, I mean, you started coming in as a seed at school and you came in tough. Your contest right from 1A to quarters to the semi-finals has been great. What has been inspiring you? I would also speak to your brothers, but then you personally, what has been inspiring you so far? Being the only lady amongst these gentlemen, what has been inspiring you?
Just back to the passion, that's the inspiration and all the things that follow. There's the ultimate, that's a bigger inspiration, and our teachers and coaches and mentors. Yeah.
Okay, so your teachers has actually been your motivation and your inspiration so far?
Basically.
Okay, all right. Now let me speak to your brothers behind you too. Now, what also motivated you to be part of this year's National Science and Maths Quiz?
Oh, my brother competed in 2018, so he inspired me to also compete when I'm in school.
Oh, okay, so that's the reason you wanted to be like a family train. You wanted to carry on with what your brother started. That's interesting. All right, what about you two?
Well, the inspiration for me was from 2021 when we first went to the finals. Yeah, I was at home. That was after my BEC, and I saw how we lost. And when I heard that I got
Keta?
yes, as my school, my SHTS school, I was like, if I come to the school, I'll join the Science and Maths quiz team and head to the finals and then bring the trophy to where it's supposed to be.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. Well, let me move to the Butcher Boys, Infantfam School. Now, you give it to, you know, I heard from a little bit that you are their head boy.
I God's grace, I was gone.
How has it been for you combining being the head prefect and also your studies? Because I know being a head prefect comes with extra responsibilities, and so does the National Science and Maths quiz. How has it been for you?
I can only say it's been grace.
It's been grace.
It's only been grace.
Grace?
Sometimes I go back trying to imagine how I was living, and I can't even picture how I was managing to do it. It was just grace. God has just been good.
But what actually inspired you to also be part, or what motivated you to be part of the National Science and Maths quiz too?
I think it was hearing that Infantfam was losing its touch in the competition over some time.
Over the years.
Yes.
The last time you won was 10 years ago.
Very funny.
Yeah, 10 years. That was in 2014.
Yes, please. Hearing that Infantfam was, I don't even know where my dream to come to Infantfam came from, and then hearing that Infantfam had lost its seed in 2019, lost in the 1/8 stage again in 2020, lost again in 2021, hearing that, I told myself that I wanted to understand why we were losing, and well, God has brought us this far.
I see. Well, let me also speak to David. Let me speak to David. David, how are you?
I'm fine, by God's grace.
Okay, share with us your journey. How has it been for you?
For me, it has been very interesting and exciting. It's been, a lot of things have changed in a very short time for me.
Okay, tell us about some of them. What are some of the things that have changed for you?
Because when I came to school, Form 1, I didn't know what I was coming to school to do.
Oh, really?
I just knew that I was coming to school. I'll come, I'll learn, I'll meet new people. There'll be a lot of things to do in school. So I knew that school would have its excitement and all that, so it would be nice. And then it was basically joining the quiz team was I heard that there was this opportunity to join.
Yeah.
And I just made some inquiries about it, and then some way, somehow, I was able to join. And this is where God has brought me to so far.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting one. And what about you two? How's it been for you?
Okay, it has just been by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Looking at where I'm coming from, it has just been by the grace of God.
Yeah.
There's nothing much I can say about my personal life or my personal gains or something. It has just been by the grace of God.
Okay.
That's just all.
All right, sure. I see. It's all by the grace of God. Well, let me move back to St. Augustine's College. Now, just getting a little personal, what do you like to do during your hobbies or times that in times that you are free? What do you like to do?
Chess, online chess with my friends and then people I don't know in my free time.
You like to play chess?
Yes, please.
Okay. What about you two, Yabwa?
I usually watch like movies, like maybe.
You're a movie person. What was the last movie that you watched?
The Terrifier.
Can you take the microphone up for us to hear you well?
The Terrifier.
What?
The Terrifier.
Okay, all right. Now give it to your brother too. During your hobbies, what do you like to do?
I normally like to watch anime or some documentaries.
Okay, all right, interesting. Now coming to Keta too. Now Keta, I want you to share with me some of your up and down moments in the National Science and Maths quiz. Let's start from the 1/8 to the quarterfinal stage and getting to the semi-final stage. Some of the funny moments and some of the tough moments for you. Now, even let me bring you back to just the semi-final contest. You remember the problem of the day? You had 0 at that point. How did you feel? You were on stage with your brother, how did you feel?
I actually wasn't feeling anything.
You were not feeling anything?
I mean, that was in the past. We have to move on.
Okay.
There are other questions to deal with. So that was it. So we were cool.
You were cool. All right. What are some of the fun moments you had in the contest? Whilst on stage, the fun moments that you've had, any of the contests that you could remember. You've had some in the 1/8 and the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. Share with us some of the fun moments you've had.
So I think the fun moments would be the riddles. The fun moments would be the riddles. But when, say, we could pick 3 riddles, some weird riddles at some point.
Some of the riddles are weird for you, eh? Share with us some of the ones that you find weird.
The weird one was the hysteresis. I think that was Cortes. Yeah, that hysteresis riddle was a weird riddle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was actually nice when we got it at that point. It was a fun moment. And I think another fun moment was when Prof was saying that we had qualified to the finals and we weren't smiling and she asked us to smile.
But why were you not smiling at that point?
What was the point?
Well, you thought there was no point in smiling?
There was no point in smiling.
Why?
I mean, my school had gone to finals before, so there's no need to smile about it. Yeah, so not a big deal.
You thought it wasn't a big feat for you at that moment? I see. All right. Let me hear from your brothers too. What are some of the tough moments and the funny moments that you've had in the competition?
Well, I would say the tough moment is some of the speed race questions that we didn't get right.
Yeah.
Some of them that we went too fast for it and it went wrong. That's it.
Oh, okay. So those were the fun or tough moments for you?
Tough moments.
What about the fun moments for you?
The fun moments were also the riddles, but when I'm off downstage and I suppose them when they get the riddles right, I know they'll get it right. So.
Okay, all right. What about you too, Sawalo?
Well, for tough moments, I think the first contest, after the true or false one, we were 4 points ahead. After I missed 2 of them, so I was really hot for the riddles. And then after I got the first one, then I was revived. So
okay.
And for the nice moments, in the hysteresis riddle, maybe the last riddle we answered in the semi-finals to the Alliance rule. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right. Well, let's move to Boche too. Now, Boche, I would want to find out from you, especially with your last contest, how would you feel? How do you feel after kicking out the reigning champions? Yeah, everyone out there would want to know. You know, yesterday they were trending, Presec was trending on social media right after the contest. But then how do you feel knowing that in the past, even let's go back to last year, 2023, you know, they took you out. So how does it feel for you?
It's still a very difficult question to answer.
Why?
We've been asked this question over the past few hours so many times.
Yeah.
I think we can only say it's been good. Because even sitting there, you see from our reaction that, we have won.
One person nearly cried. I think I went back to the video. I was watching the video this morning. I don't know if it was nearly, but it was like, it felt exhilarating for you at that point.
It was very, at that point, that wasn't our first tiebreaker in the competition. And I mean, tiebreakers always come with some kind of fear, anticipation, and the fact that we were able to answer it was one. And the next thing, realizing that we had won the contest and had come to the finals after 8 years, it was another thing.
Yeah. But you know, David, you were doing well when it comes to the speed race. Yesterday, I was speaking to Presec right after the contest, and it looks like in the speed race moment, Infantfam was taking the lead. How were you feeling at that point, knowing that, well, it started off with them, but then when it got to the speed race, you guys were like fast and all. How were you feeling? You were in the heat of things. How were you feeling then?
I actually didn't know how to feel about the speed race because every
Can
time
you take the
at the end
microphone
of
up a bit? Yeah, sure.
every time at the end of round 1, I had this sort of anxiety going into the speed race. But I was able to recover myself before the speed race started. And usually the first 3 questions we'd pick 1 or 2 and we'd just keep going. that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be answering a speedways question, and then I'll just be praying in my head that God, I not get this wrong. Especially one of them yesterday.
Yeah, the semi-final contest.
Yes, the semi-final. This one question about SI units. They were like, give the exact unit or the exact value of the speed of light. I was seriously praying that I wouldn't miss anything.
All right, sure.
From the first value to the units, I was seriously praying that I wouldn't miss anything. And when I said everything and I heard that is correct, it brought some joy to me that we were able to.
You felt relieved in that moment.
Yes.
All right, now Isaac, I saw the video. You were the one who was emotional at a point. I don't know if you wanted to cry. Were you crying? Because I couldn't zoom in well, but were you crying?
Yeah.
You didn't cry, but you were very emotional.
Yeah.
That was when you broke the tie.
Yes.
Now your previous contest in the quarters, it was 53.
Yes.
In the semis, it was 53. It took a tie to bring you all into from quarters, broke a tie, come with the same marks. How do you guys do that?
You just think that it's just by God's grace. I think that's how God wants to do it. So this thing, we can't explain it with our mind. Like, you can't explain.
You can't
this
explain
is something
it.
that we can't explain with our own words. We can't
People
explain.
have been, there's a conversation that, well, when it comes to Infantfam, now it takes a tie for them because every time it has to be a tie. And yesterday was the second time, and interestingly, it was the same marks in the quarterfinal, 53-53. Do you guys think about that after that?
If it's a tie God wants to use us, God wants to take us to the title with, we'll be very fine with it. We won't rush anything with him. If this is how he wants to do it, very slowly, very steadily, it doesn't need to be too impressive. I mean, hey, we know how far we've come. If you go back thinking about even our regionals, you'll see how far we've come. It's just been grace. It's just been grace.
Okay, all right. Now let me go back to Augusto. Now, St. Augustine's, anytime we see you in the finals, you clinch the ultimate. Are you being complacent or you're still putting in the effort to win this contest?
We can't be complacent. We have to make sure that still stands from this year to the next year. So work and still keep that record. That every time we get to the finals, we take the trophy.
Okay, what about you two? Yeah, boy. Do you feel like you're in a comfortable lead because you're in the finals? The last time you won was in 2019. You were in the finals. And now today you're here too. Does that make you feel like, okay, the last time we were in the finals, we won. Anytime we find ourselves in that space, we win. So we just relax and know it's going to be for us. This is for us. Do you feel that way?
I was saying it's because...
Hey, guys, I can't hear you.
I said I was saying no.
Yeah.
Because 2019 is a different year.
Yeah.
And 2024 is also another year. And also the quiz competition, you can't really say you are basing on a particular trend to maybe make a conclusion or anything. Rather, it depends on the schools and then the competition like we are facing.
Okay, all right. Now, Nana Benyi, are you also staying focused or complacent?
I'm staying very focused because a lot of effort has been put into this competition by our old students and our teachers and the whole college as a whole. So we cannot afford to let them down.
Okay, all right. Now, coming back to Keta SHTS too, the last time, let me speak to the guys before I come to Perpetual. Well, the last time you were in the finals was in 2021. Last year, you were kicked out, you couldn't sail through and all that. How does this make you, knowing that you are back here again, do you think there's this pressure on you because you've been in the same space again? And I wouldn't want to say it's a deja vu because now we have Perpetua amidst you, and the last time you made it to that stage was when you had Francisca with you. Do you feel this form of pressure, or you feel like, okay, it's going to be like something that happened to you some years ago? I want to speak to the guys before I come to Perpetual. So, yeah.
For feeling pressure, I don't think we feel any pressure.
Yeah.
We take inspiration from our seniors back in 2021, but for pressure, we don't feel that much pressure. It's just another year, 2024, and we know the people we have, the people behind us. my colleagues, Clinton and Sefa Oko, we are like, it's not pressure. We are in the finals now, and then the one thing we need to do is just go for it. No pressure.
Okay. Back to Perpetual. 2021, it was Francisca, now it's you. Do you feel any sort of pressure?
No, I don't.
You don't? Why?
We are different people. You can see it when you look at us. So what Frederick said, what I'll try to do is draw inspiration from her and keep myself going, draw inspiration from my teachers and keep pushing. But it's not pressure. You're being given the resources, the procedures to follow, then you get it done. So that's just it.
Have you spoken to Francisca?
Yes, I have.
And she's giving you some tidbits and all that?
Just normal things.
Okay, all right. Well, away from the quiz again, let's come back to personal lives. Francisca, do you have any, Perpetua, do you have any hidden talent? Something that you love to do that people do not know about?
No.
You don't sing?
No.
Oh, nothing? You don't do anything?
That's watching TV a talent or reading books, then yeah, that is my talent.
That's your talent?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, watching TV, we didn't get that. The mic closer, what did you just say?
Yeah, I'm saying I prefer watching TV and reading books.
That's basically it. All right, let me speak to your voice too. Do you have any other talents apart from being on stage? Because I know some of them, they play piano, they sing and all that. What do you do? You sing?
Playing the keyboard and riding bicycle.
Oh, that's interesting. And what about you? Any hidden talent?
Well, I do anything music, so.
I can hear you.
Anything music.
Anything music. So it means you sing?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Kind of. You sing in church or?
No, not really.
You don't sing in church. So where do you sing?
Let's save that one.
Now let me also speak to St. Augustine's. Do any hidden talents that you guys have?
No, please.
Oh, you don't have a talent, Nana Benyi?
I do, but I'm not sure what I have.
You are not sure it's a talent?
Yes.
What's it? We want to know. Maybe we can classify the audience and now we could classify it for you. Categorize it rather.
Auntie, I'm not sure.
You don't have any talent now. You just love to read.
Not really. I prefer listening than reading.
Oh, okay. All right. What about you? Talent. Not your hobbies, but talent.
Yeah. I sing.
Singing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's nice. And what about you two? Alexander?
I'm rather creative with writing.
I didn't get the first.
Writing.
Oh, you love to write?
Yeah, like imagine stuff and then just write it down and then.
So you could be a poet?
Not really. Like it be a story, something funny, you just write it down and then go over it and then modify it just for fun.
Okay, all right. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Something related to data analytics, data science, and...
You want to be?
Data analyst, data science, around there.
Oh, okay, all right. Perpetua, what about you? What do you want to do?
Medicine.
Medicine. You want to be a doctor? Okay. What about you two?
Let's see. I want to be a medical doctor.
A medical doctor?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaac and...
yeah, I also want to be a medical doctor.
Oh, you all want to be a medical... What about you, David?
I'll do engineering.
Engineering?
Maybe some computer or...
You want to be a computer engineer?
Electrical or power systems. Something engineering.
No, not a medical doctor?
No, not doctor.
Like Keta, what do you also want to be?
A farmer.
You want to be a farmer? That's nice. Really? What kind of farming do you want to do?
Large scale mining. Large scale farming.
I nearly heard large scale mining. Oh, okay. So farming. Yeah. That's nice. And what about you two, Jabo? You don't know what you want to be in future. What do you want to do?
Yo, like software developer, something like that.
Software developer.
Something like that.
Okay, interesting. So Nana Benya didn't ask you what you want to do.
want to be a gynecologist.
A gynecologist.
Mhm.
Interesting ones. A gynecologist and yeah, boy.
Either a doctor or an engineer.
A doctor or an engineer. Okay, I see. But we'll be wrapping up pretty soon. But then I want you to describe your, I know you've already spoken about, but in one word each, your National Science and Maths journey, and finally what you want to be known for at the end of this year's contest. You're all moving to, you're the finalists for this year. At the end of the day, what would you want to be known for in the National Science and Maths quiz? So let me come back to Boche and let's start with them. In one word, your journey and what you'd want to be known for. I know Apsu says their journey has been normal. So in one word, your journey.
I think Ebenezer. That's how far God has brought us.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can really see. No one would have imagined how far we would have gotten to. Not even us ourselves, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that summarizes it.
Okay. And finally, what do you want people to know you for at the end of the day? After National Science and Maths quiz is over, the finals is on Wednesday, 30th October. What do you want people to know you in particularly for?
I want people to know us as products of grace. Only as products of what God is able to do in the lives of people who are, in quotes, nothing at all.
Okay. All right. Let me go to Keta too. Your journey in one word and what you want everyone to know you for. Sefako.
Our journey has been life-changing.
Yeah.
And we want to be known for being the first people to bring their trophy to our school for the first time.
For the first time. That's what you want to be known for. Finally, I know I'm going back to Apsu, but then your journey as a female, just a female, do you feel any pressure on you right now?
No. Like, when you stay with boys for so long, like when you stay with a group of people for so long, it becomes something like mutual induction. So you become a boy.
You feel like you are becoming like a boy now?
Not becoming like a boy, but like, you just become one of them. So you blend in. Yeah. So it's not a gender something. Sure. You're all just science students. So no
One
pressure.
thing I observed in the auditorium was everyone was like, Gakpeto. How are you feeling in the auditorium? That was in the quarterfinal stage. You heard your name chant. Even though the guys were there, everyone was mentioning your name. How are you feeling in the auditorium? I'm pretty sure you heard it.
Yes,
from your colleagues, your students, from your colleagues from Keta. How are you feeling?
I think the feeling was more like trying to maintain focus and concentrate on the questions and the quiz mistress. So, should I say, I'm blocking everybody.
You blocked everybody out. Okay, all right. Now let me go to Apsu too. At the end of the contest, the finals, what would you want to be known for? And just one word. Don't tell me normal. Characterize your journey in one word and what you'd want yourself to be known for after the contest.
Okay. Our journey has been a miraculous journey since people didn't have faith in us to get this far. They even thought let's go out from the first contest, but then we surprised them and then kept moving on forward. And we want our team to be known for our fighting spirit, that even if we try at the end of round one, we can still make it back at the end of the contest.
Okay, well, and these are the finalists for the 2024 National Science and Maths quiz, getting personal and getting to know them better. At least I learned a lot from them, which I didn't know. Before we wrap up, let me quickly acknowledge our sponsors. The 2024 National Science and Maths quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Girl PLC and supported by Pepsodent, Jupe Money Transfer, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Better Malt, ALS, Kivo, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, University of Mines and Technology, Academic City University College, PMMC Jewelry, GTP, YFM and the Girl Mac Foundation. And the broadcast of the 2024 National Science and Maths quiz on Joy News is supported by NASCO, Vitamilk, Virtual Security Africa, Ace Medical Insurance, Built Financial Technologies, DBS Roofing, Syntex Tanks, Family Health, Medical College, Chopos Technologies, Action Secondary Technical, DPS Pipes, Waka Now, and Coronation Insurance. I've been your host, Jacqueline Ansema Yabua. Thanks for sticking with us.